Welcome back to Rocky Ridge Auto. Today we'll be talking about this 2022 Hyundai Kona SEL with loads of features. This SEL Kona has all-wheel drive capabilities as well as roof racks, sunroof, heated seats, everything like that. It's for a great moving and reliable vehicle. So let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look for ourselves. Walking up to the vehicle, you have keyless entry / proximity entry, so you can go ahead and enter your vehicle with keeping your key in your purse or pocket. Same with exiting, but if we go ahead and take a look up on the dash, you can see that this Kona has 41,000 miles. Taking a look over to the right, you have your center screen and stereo controls. It is touchscreen as well as you have your manual controls down below. For your stereo, you have regular FM and AM radio as well as SiriusXM and Bluetooth audio with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You of course have your manual control for volume and tune as well as you have your seek and track down below. We go ahead and hop back to home and go ahead and access your phone area. You can go ahead and access and change that easily. Then if we go ahead and go into settings, you have of course your general Wi-Fi device connections, anything that you would need to customize, as well as your Blue Link, which you can go ahead and adjust and set up a profile. You of course have your software updates, and it'll go ahead and update when needed. But overall, Hyundai has a great area for customization and knowing and seeing things. When of course you have your car in reverse, you do have a backup camera and you can go ahead and adjust your camera settings. You can have your lines on and off, but overall you have a nice view and check surroundings and keep you and others around you safe. Moving on from that, you have your hazard lights down here as well as your adjustable vents. Down here you have a digital temperature for your climate controls as well as your airflow and adjustments for that. You also, of course, on either side have your passenger airbag lights, so you can go ahead and see if those are on and off. Down below here, you have some storage, as well as a lot of charging ports, and even wireless charging. So you can go ahead and set down a phone and device here and charge it up. But going ahead and moving on from that, you have your gear shift area, which you have your auto on and off stop and start, as well as your heated seats for both the driver and passenger. Next to the passenger one, you have your all-wheel drive lock, and next to the driver one, you have your drive modes, which you have Smart, Sport, and Normal. For your Sport, you can go ahead and put the car into Sport mode, so putting it into drive and putting it over to the side. Makes for that auto manual mode. But moving up from that, here you have your key fob, which you have your engine start stop button, so you can go ahead and press that and start up your engine. But for your key fob, you have lock and unlock, remote start, and of course your alarm system. But overall, a nice and handy feature. Of course, you have your cup holders, emergency brake, and then in your center console area here, you have some storage. And when you're not using it, you have a nice and handy armrest. If we go ahead and pan up, you have your sunroof. So you can go ahead and open and close it however you like, as well as you can also vent it and open up the sunroof all the way. Nice and convenient feature where you can go ahead and let some sunlight, some air, anything like that inside. Then here you have your lights and your sunglass holder. If we go ahead and take a look down at the wheel now, on the right hand side you have your cruise control settings as well as your instrumental panel settings. So you can go ahead and adjust and know everything about the vehicle, your drive info, anything like that. Anything you need to adjust with the settings, you can go ahead and do through here. But also on this side you have steering assist as well as your layout for the instrumental panel. Moving on to the left hand side, you have your stereo controls. So you can go ahead and adjust your volume as well as station and hands-free calling and voice commands with Bluetooth audio and connecting a phone. And of course, you can go ahead and press that mode button and adjust your sources through the stereo. Behind the wheel, you have your light settings for the exterior of the car, and it'll let you know on the instrumental panel what it's at. Down here, on the other hand, is the interior lighting settings. So you can go ahead and adjust your illumination. Then next to that, you have your hill assist, as well as, of course, your traction control on and off. On the door panel here, you of course have your window controls. It is one press up and down for the driver, as well as of course you have your lock and unlock child lock and your mirror controls. So you can go ahead and easily adjust those to your liking. As well as the mirror does have a blind spot view, so you can go ahead and see that and stay safe out on the road. Moving on from that, if you go ahead and take a look at the interior of this Kona, you have a gray cloth material, as well as it is a little bit of two-tone, so you have a darker gray and a lighter gray, but fairly comfortable seating, and you can go ahead and adjust the seats by going ahead and putting the seats forward and backwards. But let's go ahead and check out the back seats here and everything they have to offer. Back here you have a middle seat, of course, that folds down to be an armrest with cup holders. Nice and convenient feature to have that extra drink in that cup holder. You can go ahead and fold it up when you have an extra passenger. You can go ahead and also fold down all of the second row seats, so you can go ahead and have more storage. You have some window control and of course some storage in the door there. But let's go ahead and check out the trunk area here. We can go ahead and open it up by pressing the button. Like I said, you can go ahead and put down the second row seats, 3-person, have more storage. And then underneath here, you have a little bit of some storage. And then underneath all the way, you have a spare tire and some tools in case of any emergency. And then you can go ahead and place it back down and cover that up. You have a little cubby on the right-hand side here. Put a first aid kit, anything like that, small. But overall, a great amount of trunk space. With that, I think we can go ahead and shut the trunk, and I think that's pretty much all I have for this Kona. If you have any questions regarding this Kona, you can go ahead and text or call 717-733-8985, or you can always stop in for a visit. We love to chat about it, talk about it, see if this is the car for you. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.